Hello, everyone. Today we're going to be listening to chapter 11 of A Wrinkle in Time. Two things first, um, making sure you're working on your book response here. This next week, your paper should be done for this, where you've filled out, the plot, main events of the story, main character, setting, your favorite quote, book review. Make sure you're keeping track of vocabulary, and then some free choice slides. I'll explain that more when we're at school on Monday. Make sure you turn Mrs. Reilly's snow reading challenge today, Friday. The snow reading challenge. I love seeing your videos on the flip grids, and mark that in and make sure you turn that in for her, because we will be choosing winners for a free book of their choice. Okay, winners will be drawn Monday. We finished up here with A Wrinkle in Time with these creatures. This is an image. So remember, they don't have eyes. They talk through their waving tentacles. In the older version of the movie A Wrinkle in Time, this is what they look like. Here's another maybe image that can help you. So super odd, weird creatures. Keep these images in your mind as you visualize as we read this first part of chapter 11, okay, with these new creatures. Here we go. Chapter 11, Ant Beast, Part 1. No, Mr. Murray said sharply. Put her down. Please put her down. A sense of amusement seemed to emanate from the beasts. The tallest, who seemed to be the spokesman, said, We frighten you? What are you going to do with us? Mr. Murray asked. The beast said, I'm sorry. We communicate better with the other one. And he turned toward Calvin. Who are you? I'm Calvin O'Keefe. What's that? I'm a boy, a young man. You too are afraid? I'm not sure. Tell me, the beast said, what do you suppose you'd do if the three of us suddenly arrived on your home planet? Shoot you, I guess, Calvin admitted. Then isn't that what we should do with you? Calvin's freckles seemed to deepen, but he answered gently, I'd really rather you didn't. I mean, the Earth's my home, and I'd rather be there than anywhere in the world. I mean, the universe. And I can't wait to get back, but we've made some awful bloopers there. The smallest beast, the one holding Meg, said, and perhaps they aren't used to visitors from other planets. Used to it, Calvin exclaimed. We've never had any, as far as I know. Why? Well, I don't know. The middle beast, a tremor of trepidation in his words, said, You aren't from a dark planet, are you? No, Calvin shook his head firmly, though the beast couldn't see him. We're shadowed, but we're fighting the shadow. The beast holding Meg questioned, You three are fighting? Yes, Calvin answered, now that we know about it. The tall one turned back to Mr. Murray, speaking sternly. You, the oldest, man, from where have you come now? Mr. Murray answered steadily. From a planet called Camazotz. There was a mutter from the three beasts. We do not belong there, Mr. Murray said slowly and distinctly. We were strangers there as we are here. I was a prisoner there, and these children rescued me. My youngest son, my baby, is still there, trapped in the dark mind of it. Meg tried to twist around in the beast's arm to glare at her father and Calvin. Why were they being so frank? Weren't they aware of the danger? But again her anger dissolved as the gentle warmth from the tentacles flowed through her. She realized that she could move her fingers and toes with comparative freedom, and the pain was no longer so acute. We must take this child back with us, the beast holding her said. Meg shouted at her father, Don't! Don't leave me the way you left Charles. And with this burst of terror, a spasm of pain racked her body and she gasped. Stop biting, the beast told her. You make it worse. Relax. That's what it said, Meg cried. Father, Calvin, help! The beast turned toward Calvin and Mr. Murray. This child is in danger. You must trust us. We have no alternative, Mr. Murray said. Can you save her? I think so. May I stay with her? No. but you will not be far away. We feel that you are hungry, tired, that you would like to bathe and rest. And this little, what is the word? The beast cocked its tentacles at Calvin. Girl, Calvin said. This little girl needs prompt and special care. The coldness of the, what is it that you call it? The black thing? The black thing, yes, the black thing burns unless it is counteracted properly. The three beasts stood around Meg, and it seemed that they were feeling into her with their softly waving tentacles. The movement of the tentacles was as rhythmic and flowing as the dance of an undersea plant. And lying there, cradled in the four strange arms, Meg, despite herself, felt a sense of security that was deeper than anything she had known since the days when she lay in her mother's arms in the old rocking chair and was sung to sleep. With her father's help, she had been able to resist it, and now she could hold out no longer. She leaned her head against the beast's chest and realized that the gray body was covered with the softest, most delicate fur imaginable, and the fur had the same beautiful odor as the air. I hope I don't smell awful to it, she thought. But then she knew with a deep sense of comfort that even if she did smell awful, the beast would forgive her. As the tall figure cradled her, she could feel the frigid stiffness of her body relaxing against it. This bliss could not come to her from a thing like it. It could only give pain and never relieve it. The beast must be good. They had to be good, she sighed deeply, like a very small child, and suddenly she was asleep. When she came to herself again, there was in the back of her mind a memory of pain, of agonizing pain. But the pain was over now, and her body was lapped in comfort. She was lying on something wonderfully soft in an enclosed chamber. It was dark. All she could see were the occasional tall moving shadows which she realized were beasts walking about. She had been stripped of her clothes, and something warm and pungent was gently being rubbed into her body. She sighed and stretched and discovered that she could stretch. She could move again. She was no longer paralyzed, and her body was bathed in the waves of warmth. Her father had not saved her. The beast sighed. So you are awake, little one? The words came gently to her. What a funny little tadpole you are. Is the pain gone now? All gone. Are you warm and alive again? Yes, I'm fine. She struggled to sit up. No, lie still, small one. You must not exert yourself as yet. We will have a fur garment for you in a moment, and then we will feed you. You must not even try to feed yourself. You must be as an infant again. The black thing does not relinquish its victims willingly. Where are father and Calvin? Have they gone back for Charles Wallace? They are eating and resting, the beast said, and we are trying to learn about each other and see what is best to help you. We feel now that you are not dangerous and that we will be allowed to help you. Why is it so dark in here? Meg asked. She tried to look around, but all she could see was shadows. Nevertheless, there was a sense of openness, a feel of a gentle breeze moving lightly about that kept the darkness from being oppressive. Perplexity came to her from the beast. What is this dark? What is this light? We do not understand. Your father and the boy, Calvin, have asked this too. They say that it is night now on our planet and that they cannot see. They have told us that our atmosphere is what they call opaque, and so that the stars are not visible. And then they were surprised that we know stars, that we know their music and the movement of their dance far better than beings like you who spend hours studying them through what you call telescopes. We do not understand what this means to see. Well, it's what things look like, Meg said helplessly. We do not know what things look like, as you say, the beast said. We know what things are like. It must be very limiting thing, this seeing. Oh no, Meg cried. It's the most wonderful thing in the world. What a very strange world yours must be, the beast said, that such a peculiar seeming thing should be of such importance. Try to tell me, what is this thing called light? that you are able to do so little without? Well, it's what we can't see without, Meg said, realizing that she was completely unable to explain vision and light and dark. How can you explain sight on a world where no one has ever seen or where there is no need of eyes? Well, on this planet, she fumbled, you have a sun, don't you? A most wonderful sun from which comes our warmth, and the rays which give us our flowers and our food and our music, and all the things which make life and growth. Well, Meg said, when we are turned toward the sun, our earth, our planet, I mean, toward the sun, we receive its light. And when we're turned away from it, it is night. And if we want to see, we have to use artificial lights. Artificial lights, the beast sighed. How very complicated life on your planet must be. Later on, you must try to explain some more to me. All right, Meg promised, and yet she knew that to try to explain anything that could be seen with the eyes would be impossible, because the beasts in some way saw, knew, understood far more completely than she or her parents or Calvin or even Charles Wallace. Charles Wallace, she cried. What are they doing about Charles Wallace? We don't know what it's doing to him or making him do. Please, oh, please help us. Yes, yes, little one. Of course we will help you. A meeting is in session right now to study what is best to do. We have never before been able to talk to anyone who has managed to escape from a dark planet. So, although your father is blaming himself for everything that has happened, we feel that he must be quite an extraordinary person to get out of Camazotz with you at all. But the little boy, and I understand that he is very special, a very important little boy, my child, you must accept that this will not be easy. To go back through the black thing, back to Camazotz? I don't know. I don't know. But father left him, Meg said. He's got to bring him back. He can't just abandon Charles Wallace. The beast's communication suddenly became crisp. Nobody said anything about abandoning anybody. That is not our way. But we know that just because we want something does not mean that we will get what we want, and we still do not know what to do, and we cannot allow you in your present state to do anything that would jeopardize us all. I can see that you wish your father to go rushing back to Camazotz, and you could probably make him do this, and then where would we be? No, no. You must wait until you are more calm. Now, my darling, here is a robe for you to keep you warm and comfortable. Meg felt herself being lifted again, and a soft, light garment was slipped about her. Don't worry about your little brother. The tentacle's musical words were soft against hers. We would never leave him behind the shadow, but for now you must relax. You must be happy, and you must get well. The gentle words and the feeling that this beast would be able to love her no matter what she said or did, lapped Meg in warmth and peace. She felt a delicate touch of a tentacle to her cheek, as tender as her mother's kiss. It is so long since my own small ones were grown and gone, the beast said. You are so tiny and vulnerable. Now I will feed you. You must eat slowly and quietly. I know that you are half starved, and that you have been without food for far too long, but you must not rush things, or you will not get well.